Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Share everything. Test, test, test. Use this. I'm gonna start this show in just a moment. All right. Yeah, so waking up in California. Yeah. Here we go. Everything is on. Hey, thank y'all for coming by the eSOTERIC podcast. Welcome, welcome. We are here. You must be very near. So let's have an awesome conversation, an awesome time together this afternoon, morning, evening, midnight special, whatever time is coming at you. Enjoy this energy. Take part in this energy. We can have some time, some kind of conversation. Bum, bum, bum. This episode is brought to you today by tainow.com. tainow.com. You find previous episodes of the eSOTERIC podcast. Find the Just Tie Church Must Tie Room, the flower and tie, the one I got on right now. Take a bite out of life. Take a bite out of life, as well as awesome artwork. You can check out all of the awesome things. tainow.com, as well as the homies King Guys and True Life Stories. Yes, awesome things happening in the world, in the universe. If y'all come in, just tie on what's going on in y'all neck of the woods. If y'all know what tie is, that's the place where we combine our minds with our heart, see what our gut mind is saying, connect all those three circles, and we let whatever come out. Come on out. And if you like, I seen a circle in my arm somewhere. Hey, let us know what was happening in your arm. Let us know. As the population grows, during the chat, we're going to play this beat by Trill Emotion called One Right Now. Find it on SoundClick. Get chat everything ready. This one, the bass is heavy on this one. There you go. I'll probably make it better. Even if it's just for one night, these shows will take me to another reality. Even if it's just for one night, I can't miss out on this opportunity. Fixing all these settings in this OBS. Yes, you guess that's what's best, so we can have a smooth stream. A smooth stream, so we can have a smooth stream. Even for just one night, I invite you to stay with me. All right, all right. I'm just gonna get right into it. People jump in, they don't. If they do, I welcome you to the Top Podcast. The link which we use on here is from the Discord, which is a free app where you can come and talk, share your video, doing what you do. And if you got something to tie into the conversation, I'll be here to tie it on together with you. Tie it on together. We're gonna put that on the shirt. Let me open up the disc. Let me just go in the Discord real quick, just see what's going on. All right. Just tainow radio talk line. Cool. Yeah, we've been going for a minute. I really apologize. We've been going for a minute. The first couple of days I was really sick. I got sick. I was probably some common cold, but it was messing with my throat, and then it just got me down, like my energy down for like 2 days. But it was, I muscled through it. Still was doing watching a lot of movies, doing a little bit of animating here and there, working on some low poly mushroom type worlds. And shout outs to True Life Stories, motivated me. I was like, and no impressions, because I don't want y'all doing things just because I do it. But it was a test that took a little mushroom that like alleviate the symptoms, some containing psilocybin, to see how it would interact with my neurochemistry and how I'm reacting to the pain and to the uncomfortableness of my body, and choosing to push through with things or just choosing to relax. It put me in a state of mind where I was able to go about the day without feeling like it was the end of the world, because I wasn't able to do the things that I usually participate in and actually pay attention to my body. Like, all right, what do I need to eat? What vitamins do I need? Well, just focus on drinking some water and get some good fun and entertainment. Get some entertainment. Life is a spectator sport, but at that point, it's not a spectator sport. But then again, sometimes it gotta be. So I got over that sickness. Got over that sickness pretty well. I was tuning into the True Show and everything, seeing what's going on. Y'all see a lot of things going on with the war now with Ukraine and Russia. A lot of things going on with mushrooms. A lot of things going on with building, people speaking, people still canceling out each other, and people still trying to find peace. People really want peace in their life. People really want peace, destruction. Like, some people is looking for destruction too. And that's why I titled this Esoteric My Ass. Esoteric My Ass. Because there's a lot of esoteric stuff out there. And there's going to be a lot of people seeming like gatekeepers. But esoteric my ass. We all in this. We all in this. All in this together. But in the tools that we spread out over these centuries and millennia, even through the multidimensional, is things that I want to tie on today. Like, even like all the esoteric information y'all got. Like, if y'all got some books y'all ran across a long time ago, some information that you think that you made up yourself, just tie alongside. Just tie alongside. I was looking for this thing I found. It was about the first magician in America. How he was actually black. Well, not black, 'cause that term wasn't really. Yeah, it was invented back then. But yeah, but he was really powerful. He started a lot of the Rosicrucian esoteric groups, and a lot of occult groups like went off of his teachings. But I can't find it. He like disappeared. He pulled a tainow on me real quick. Make sure. Test. All right, make sure this was on. And make sure that's getting the desktop audio properties from the headphones. Good, we good. Because, yeah, when it comes to the ones and the twos and the threes and adding to the fours, you start seeing what's really at your core. And then a lot of people go and break down them fours to 3.5s, 3.5s, 3.1. Wait, what is that? 3.141, 52, 56. Things like the first digits of pi. Like, this esoteric stuff goes so far. It goes so far. And that's why it's so personal. It's so personal to a lot of people how we're going to come up with with our studies and what we choose to do with those studies, or what our experiences really. because the exotericness is what people telling us, but the esotericness is actually what we telling ourselves. That's what I really like about it, and really like to tie on. Now, the esotericness is what we telling ourselves. Any information that somebody's telling you, and they telling you this is some esoteric information that they found, or telling you at that moment, it should be like, I consider that exoteric information, because it's literally like coming from the outside. It's not coming from within. And I think that makes a dramatic difference on having the main character vibes as well as having side character vibes. Because we all part of somebody else's story, but at the same moments, we feel as though we're a part of some grandioso story that has to do with us being the main character, with everybody like being in on some kind of story that has to deal with you. While at the same time, it having nothing to do with you at all. And that's the esoteric studies. That's the esoteric my ass. Because some people, everybody put their own spin on it. You got the Christians over here saying, oh, it's Jesus. The Islamic people saying it's Muhammad. My mom and my cousin going through something right now because my mom put something about Islam and Muhammad being with somebody that was underage, a minor, and then my cousin that's full blown like Muslim garbed out all the time, thinking that she coming at her for some reason, so that she was going at her publicly on Facebook. And these are like 35, 40-year-olds. And my mom like, what is going on? What's going on? And I'm just like, hey, this how it is. You thought you was doing something. She thought she was doing something. Bringing out some esoteric information. Like, oh, you ain't know about this. You ain't know about that. Oh, gosh, doggy. Come on. But yeah, as long as we talking and putting ideas out there, somebody's going to be out there to wipe it away or say, hey, that's not right, or that's not true. That's not the way things is. That's the way things are. And I agree. It's esoteric my ass. I agree. But it don't mean I'm always go with it. Because like you got the esoteric and the esoteric studies. Like what are you going off of that's within, and what are you going off of that seems outside of yourself? seemingly outside of yourself. Because can anything be truly outside of yourself? And that's why some people gonna be scared of this title, run away from it, because esoteric my ass. But it's esoteric my ass. The inside is the outside. What seemed to be untrue is the true. What seemed to be true could be untrue. Could be what you could be so untrue. And then we'll spend so much time. And what I mean seems so true is that you spend, son, if all things are true, then things must be true for a certain state of time or at a certain status level. That must be true for all things to be true. So then it has me wonder, where do people exist on their own elemental planes for things to be true to them? Like that's their plane, that's their vibration. That's their vibration. And it's not about, for me, it's not about that I learned about saying, hey, you're low vibration or you're high vibration, or I'm vibing high right now, or I'm vibing low right now. But those vibes do feel good when you saying those words. Like those words do feel good when you putting that into contents, into your current experience. Like when you just landed an awesome trick on a skateboard, painted your best painting, did a good job at work or something like that, you'd be like, hey man, I was vibing high today. I definitely wasn't vibing low. Like I was vibing all the way up there. Coming all these stories and stuff like that, but how high you were talking about getting high. Nobody say they's getting low. Like, oh man, I'm getting low right now. Get low with me. Get low with me. Get low with me. Like, what if you're talking about cars and stuff like that, or dancing? But talking about smoking, they say you're getting high. Even people that don't like it, even people that say that taking in external so-called drugs is bad, they still call it getting high. They don't say they don't say the person getting low, still say the person getting high. So just tie. Does it really matter? Does it really matter the importance that we put on words, or what are we really feeling behind it? How do we feel when we say in those words? And on the flip side, words matter to a high, I was about to say a high degree. That's me relating to a high degree, to an inner degree, to a lesser degree, even that, because of how people relate to each other and people wish to relate to each other. Like, you can make up your own language, but who gonna speak it? Who you gonna go speak it to? So, those of us that have made our own languages and stuff like that, you find contents to break it out and still mix it in with the English and stuff like that, or whatever language you speak in your native tongue. But still, we're adapting to the situation we're in. At the same time, still wanting to break into something that feels like our own. And that struggle is something to tie on to, because it warps a lot of people's life on what they actually want to do with their career, and how they want to how they value themselves against other people. And saying, hey man, like, I don't mess with people that's too pop because they just into what everybody else into. I like people that only do what they come up with. But then other people that do the opposite, like, oh man, y'all, them people weirdos, like them people weird and stuff like that. Yet it's two poles of the same side, because they both really saying the same thing, that they just want to be, like, they want to be comfortable, just want to be comfortable. And the more comfortable a person feels, the more they feel adapt to do what they feel, is they adapt to do what they want to do. They feel more adapted to it. But once you let go of all of that, you start seeing a lot of what I'm talking about. Excuse me. This smoke. Gosh, what was I saying? I need some water. Oh yeah, just about sitting back. Sitting back and letting go. Sitting back and letting go, and letting the situation occur. Like, once you experience the grandioso of mushrooms and letting go in those type situations, letting go of thoughts, fears, habits, the habit of your breathing pattern, the habit of of analyzing things around you, of analyzing your own thoughts, of why am I thinking this? What am I thinking? And like getting into those worlds, and then beyond that, it's pretty dope. It's pretty cool for the mushroom to be able to do that. And then when you come back, once you're able to have a semblance of something to tap into in the situations of your life, where if something is bothering you, you'll pass it on. You'll pass it on. And not in the way that you would think, like, oh, well, it doesn't matter, I'm just forgetting about it, I'm just going to keep it in my closet forever, and, like, don't pay attention to this stuff in my life, because I don't pay attention to things that don't bother me, and if it bothered me, hey, man, it must not have been meant to be, and, like, fuck all them thoughts. Like, that's not what I'm saying. It's a lot cooler than that, in the aspects of allowing you to not feel like it's the end of the world just because that is going on, but still have another train of thoughts going on that alleviates the situation, alleviates you from feeling like it's all or nothing. Unless you make it all or nothing, unless you still always choice in the matter. It's always a choice in the matter. But that lightness feeling that can be described as feeling as though you have the choice. Feeling as though you have a more choice in the matter of how you want to respond to it. I was talking to a lady at work at the gas station. She was saying that she gave me a trip report on the microdosing ever since her therapist suggested that's something that she should do. And she was saying how, exactly what I was saying. She was saying how the example she gave was her car engine light came on. And she said usually she's real hot-headed about a lot of things. We gotta get this blurred focus on point. She's always like hot-headed about a lot of things, quick to respond. But under the microdose, she saw the check engine light and just drove home. And then did something that she had to do still during the day that had to be responsible for, and then was able to look back later in the day and then see how to look at that check engine light, like what has to be done now. Check the bank account, check all of that stuff, instead of say, oh man, why is this happening now? I don't understand it. It's like, oh, it just popped up. Okay. It didn't like come out the car and stab me and like cause me physical harm for me to freak out because it's changing my reality so dramatically right now. Like the physicality of it, the light just came on. Everything else is just a symbol. It's just a symbol. And that's what mushrooms do. It allowed me to interact with the symbols of life and see what's really going on. Because it has triggers. Symbols have triggers. When you see something, you feel something. When you see something else, you probably act a certain way. Now how you going to react, you can't always plot it out so strategically. It's more of a moment type of thing. And that's the blessings of a mushroom too. And allowing yourself to let go and seeing how you actually respond to situations. Not how you think you respond to a situation, but what you actually do. So then you can see what you want to do, who you are, even where that came from. Because they ain't just come from that one situation. That one situation is spread out over infinity. So who's to say? Shout out to our man Ken Guys doing the keeping the grooves alive. He had the coach dude on there, pretty sweet, pretty swell. Was talking about spreading the positivity and living with being next to killers and stuff like that. And now like trying to just spread a new message or be a new message. Not ain't about spreading, just about being it. About being you interacting with the different people around you. And still, like, being positive don't mean just being all willy-nilly and being all swayed by everything. Still keeping the grounding about stuff. But you know the deal. Keeping it cultured. Being real cultured. Yo, I got something. I'm gonna break away for a moment and show y'all something I've been working on. It's based off of what we tie in on the mushrooms, and it's called the synchronization of infinity. If y'all saw the shorts, then y'all saw a quick preview of it. I got the actual full-blown animation. And I'll make a how-to video too on how I did this. Or probably the previous one, because I didn't record that many clips from it. But it's there. Hold on, where it goes. I should be looking for the skull folder. Renders. There we go. Let me put this through the headphones. Loading it on up. Wait, can I just like... There we go. This one right here is called the synchronization of infinity. Whoa, wait, let that play again. One more time. One more time. There we go. Let me pause that. Woo. Hey, yeah, there it is. That's called the synchronization of infinity. Because a lot of people pop on the chat and be talking, tying about the synchronizations that they run across. Like, oh, I was thinking this, and then this happened. Or I was watching TV, and they said what I was thinking. Or I was thinking about a blunt. Somebody showed up with one. Hey, this one is all for y'all. This is all of those tied in together. Because how is life sync with death? It's just like that. The mushroom eaten by the skeleton. The skull then experiences life in other worlds because it was still alive. It never died. Death is not real. I'm looking right at it. It exists, right? Everything that exists has the essence of the creator, of the soul, the animina principina, something like that. That's back to the Renaissance. What was that? Dang, it's not coming to me. The Golden Dawn rhetoric, how they talk and shit. But yes, yeah. Because what is life? What is death? What is the transition? Is there even a transition? Do you really die? The mushroom showed, like, to your individual experiences. I tied on in the beginning of this. It showed me a lot of things, and synced up reality, synced up my thoughts with reality. Or it had me questioning what was going on for a while. And now that I feel on top, I feel in sync with life. Feel like I'm breathing right along with the wind. That's the way, this is how I feel about it, beyond words. I took this a step farther, and I just got it published on Facebook too. They approved it and whatnot. And I have 10 of these. Let's hope the green screen don't cut it out. Yeah, I think it's trying to cut it out. But we'll see what happens. I have 10 of these. It's kind of the same frame that's right behind me. If I go to frame 54, I think. This right here, I got it laminated, autographed. This is the 1 of 10. But what's so cool about it, and I'm gonna put it up here. Oh no, it wasn't frame 54. Is that if you go on Facebook, let me bring it up now. Discard. Go on Reels. Type on effects. And then this right here is called the sync is real. Wait. There's all these reflections going on. That's some good ass light ray tracing in this universe. But if you do this, if you go on the sync is real filter tab and then aim it at this right here, you should get a nice little surprise. Why did it make it upside down? Oh, I had it upside down. There we go. There we go, a little demo. It pops right out of the picture. And it tracks way more coolly than I thought. Yeah, so it would look 2D, but if you put on the filter on there, you'll see it pop the skeleton, the skull pop out, munching on the mushroom, the swiggle giggles, warping around, doing what they do. You can show it off to your buddies, fellow tires. I'm the only tire. Yeah, that one just called the synchronization of infinity. I'm gonna have it up on the website. I'm gonna have it up on www.justtainow.com. Got 1 of 10. I'm gonna make some more, but it won't be the same frame. It won't be the same image. It's gonna be a different image. But I only made 10 of these. So if you want one, come at me. Come at me any way you know how. Art, art is what I see. Art is what I see. Because if you look at it, if stuff this wasn't possible just 5 years ago, a couple years ago, like I've been playing with this augmented reality lifestyle for a long time. So it's attuned. It's attuned to the trippy world, to the tryptamines, because this is what you can see without the glasses. This is what you can see without the phone, without the technology. This is what I've experienced, what thousands of people experience around the world all the time, based off their brain chemistry, their neurochemistry. Y'all saw me even go into the bofo-10 and how it was found in autistic people, people that have depression, people that have schizophrenia, and it was two other ones I don't remember right now, in the 1995 Japan study, as well as one that was done in 2012 at a university in America. And they through electrolysis of the urine, they was able to find traces of the bofo-10, which is 5-MeO-DMT, which is found in toad frog in the Sonora Nevada Nevada desert, where that guy found the frog, and he tried out different frogs too. It's a wild story how it was found. He tried out so many frogs. And so he was really put his life on the line, but it was something, some gears turning in his mind that went him to operate in this world and be able to synthesize 5-MeO-DMT from the secretions from the back of the frog on a plate, and he heated up and stuff. And then when he smoked it, he experienced bliss, experienced the nothing. But to think, how I was saying, how this is already endogenous in our system is amazing. And I think I would bring that up almost every episode. I do not care. That endogenous tryptamine chemicals are found at different trace levels of people in this world, and have been tested. Like they say that a lot when they say practice holotropic breathing. You hear that phrase a lot, or the Wim Hof, or what I say, just tie. And like you just tap into yourself, messing with your chemistry. It's hard for me to breathe kind of normal now, my nose and stuff like that. But regardless, working with yourself, and working with your chemicals that's already inside of you. And they're always having different reactions going on. So introducing different exercises and breathing habits and stuff like that activates different reaction centers in your own, and literally your own temple, your own factory. So kick it into a different gear. Once you do different, you act different, right? Once you do different, you can think different all you want. But once you really start doing different, you act different. You start thinking you acting different, and you be doing the same thing for 1,000, 2,000 years. Having the same arguments for how long Jesus was going to say it, for 2,000 years, having the same argument. This is God. This is God. Like, oh, this is wild. Oh, there we go. But yeah, just time now, folks. Just time now. I know y'all was hearing about the Ukraine and the Russian war and stuff going on. Yeah, I was hesitant about going about it at first and tying about stuff about it and like anything going on in that neck of the woods. I didn't want to like promote it and stuff like that. But everything is what it is. Everything is what it is. But we see now that I let time go by a little bit, that it's actually a lot going on with the news proper, like having some propaganda going on. Some propaganda. It's a literal clip. It's literal, I would say clip, picture that I saw posted of somebody looking through a scope with their with the cap over top of the scope. I was like, whoa, that's interesting. Now I do like, I was looking at the videos of people that's actually out on the streets and stuff and going to the banks trying to get their money because they don't know what's going to happen with the banking system. So the lines was like backed up, and I was thinking about crypto and everything because now like Patreon blocked a couple 100,000 from going over there through this startup to the Ukraine. So people send Bitcoin over there. And they send millions of dollars in order to help the people out, because people are able to get to the banks and stuff, and the banks shutting down, electricity being shut off and stuff like that in different parts. Not everywhere, but I found that cool that they was able to send the crypto over, because that was the point of it, that no matter what a government is saying or organization is saying, if this is what the people over there want or a person want, they should be able to just get it. Decentralized worldwide. So this is a case instance where it was actually worked out. Now, as for choosing sides and everything, it goes real deep when you want to see what's going on with the Ukraine and Russia and what do America have to do with it. But just be coming to me based off that. I think he was from Harvard. It was a Harvard professor. He put out something in 2015, and he was breaking down NATO and America's involvement, Ukraine's involvement in NATO, the USSR and stuff back in the day. Remember, the Ukraine used to be part of the USSR, which is modern day Russia. And this wasn't even that long ago. Putin was still alive, so he still got some heart ties and stuff to it as a dictator, to like, hey, this was our land and stuff. So he like, hey, back then he was like, if the Ukraine wanted to join NATO, which was like the World War Organization and stuff like that. Like saying we're for peace, like we're all together and stuff. And you know, America is the big brother, big bone behind all of that, behind NATO. So Russia didn't want that to happen. Russia did not want NATO to take Ukraine, but Ukraine was going with it. Now they still independent. I mean, no, they actually did go with it, I think. So Russia's still mad about that. Still mad about that. As you know how America is, go around always saying they want to help people out for peace and stuff. But the professor was tying it together, saying that's the same as if Russia was to pull up on the Caribbean or in Cuba. And that almost did happen. And he was like, hey, we can't have no other nation stationed in Cuba. Like, that's you too close to our territory. So that's how Putin was feeling with the NATO and Ukraine and stuff like that. It's like, hey, this is vital property to me, even though it's not my country technically. And it was interesting though how this all came to me at first, because I was watching the Planet of the Apes, the old one, and if you've seen that one, like starring Charles Heston, he was thrown back in time. He's thrown forward in the time where the apes took over. And the humans, they blew themselves up. Like, they just messed up. Like, some catastrophe happened. A meteorite happened. Shout out to Randall Carlson, who was talking about on the Joe Rogan podcast. He's I was about to say astrologer. He's a archaeologist, famous archaeologist. And he's been in the field for a long time. But he was talking about some of the great resets that happened because of meteorites falling on Earth. And like 10,000, 11,000 years ago, causing ice ages. And like it was civilizations that was there and like lost their knowledge because we had to literally start all over. But yeah. Kind of getting all over the place right now, but Randall Carlson is a good dude. Hold on one second. Rand always saying they want to help people out for peace and stuff. But the professor was tying it together, saying in time, he's thrown forward in the time where the apes took over. Yeah, talking about the Planet of the Apes, and how in the Planet of the Apes then they was starting a war in the second one because they found out that the Forbidden Zone, it was people that still lived there, and that they lawgivers said that that land belonged to them, that land belonged to them. So the apes put the big like warlike ape put this whole speech together in order to get everybody riled up. And then you seen the people that was the medical people and the psychiatrists was like, oh, like this is, I'm not so excited about this. I'm not so excited about this. But everybody that was for war in the Planet of the Apes, they was all for it. They was all hitting the clubs and everything. It's like, we're gonna take back our land. And I was watching this before, like it was, I don't watch the news, so I didn't see any lead up to any of this till it was like so-called happening 10 o'clock West Coast time. So I was watching this Planet of the Apes like 9 o'clock a.m. West Coast time. And then the sync, like I said, the sync was real. The sync was real with that one. Because it was, oh, let me show you. The exact movie I'm talking about is Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, this right here. See, this is the exact part I left off at too. It's this part I'm talking about. See, they all clipping around, jumping around. Oh, they blocked it. And they want me to show YouTube. They want me to show the clip. YouTube blocked it. But can y'all hear it though?
But those fortunate enough to remain alive.
Alright, let me see if I can get that one part I'm talking about. It's real interesting.
Members of the Citizens Council, I am a simple soldier, and as a soldier I see things simply. I don't say all humans are evil simply because their skin is white. No. But our great lawgiver tells us that never is fortunate enough to remain alive.
Where's the part I was talking
So
about?
is the future of science. With that
Being used by our revered Minister of Science, the good Dr. Zayas.
I'm put this movie in the chat so y'all can check it out when y'all get the chance. Hey, Memphis Freestyle 901. Hey, Alley Cat.
Sarah, stop. You're in danger.
So is the future of science. With that rabble-rouser fomenting a senseless military adventure.
The Forbidden Zone.
Yeah, this is the part I was talking about.
And rightly so. However, we now have evidence that that vast, barren area is inhabited. By what or by whom, we don't know.
I wish I could show the video, but they blocked it.
They do. Then they must eat. Now we must replenish the lands that were ravaged by the humans with new, improved feeding grounds. And these grounds we can obtain in the once Forbidden Zone. It is therefore our holy duty to put our feet upon it, to enter it, to put the marks of our guns and our wheels and our flags upon it.
They just all jumping around. They like, hey, yeah, yeah. And they see the scientists of like,
the boundaries
no,
of our
no, no.
ineluctable power. And to invade.
But like I said, y'all tuning in. Just tune in. I was watching this right before like I knew anything about the Russian war or anything like that. I was like, yo, this ape is wild. And then I looked over at Putin. I was like, oh, this is the never-ending story. Hello, you will?
Sarah, please, as your husband, I beg you to stand.
Only for my principles.
All right, for your principles and mine, only please stand.
All right. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. Welcome, Matias. Welcome. I was just tying off the trail end of the Ukraine, just tying on my thoughts about it in the sync of everything from the Planet of the Apes to NATO to like instinctive feelings. Because the guy was, I was listening to the Harvard professor 2015 was saying how Putin and other people moving off like 19th century techniques, and is these 21st century people walking around saying, hey, we could just have all of our weapons and stuff all on your border and you won't care. But Putin is like really old school with a lot of stuff, a lot of really old school. And this is just what he was saying in 2015. Yeah, the herd group mind from animals. That's what's being collected. That's what's being collected in order to make any of this happen in the first place. Any of this happen. Is just moving on. Is trying to move on. Trying to keep his USSR. Well, bring it back to the USSR like this big superpower, or at least say, as the guy said, if I can't have it, then nobody else can have it either. But I heard there's some new talks going on this morning with the Ukraine wanting some peace and stuff like that. Because nobody wanted a nuclear winter. They're like animals peeing on the line. Yeah, like right at the border. Like I'm gonna test this. Like I'm gonna test the shit out of it. Hopefully it's not a electric fence. But the funny thing too about how the media was going with all of this, I was tying it together too, even on the social media side with the TikToks and people actually putting out fake videos. It was a lot of fake videos to the point where people was putting out game videos saying, hey, this is what's happening right now in the Ukraine. So I'm seeing that the vibe, the attitude of even certain generations of people is not taking this as serious as one would back in the day. And I think that I'm on the side as that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Because you know how things get promoted, the more that the fear is promoted. And then like it can go this way or that way. And it's always a group of people watching the response of the people watching. Like, how are they reacting to this? How is this group of people reacting to this? Them people over there that think that it has even nothing to do with them. Like, how are they reacting to this? And then that's how they gonna make their next moves. That's how they definitely gonna make their next moves, how people reacting. And not just the military people, but the people on the civilians, the everyday civilians. Like they always say, the everyday civilians has to pay for what the rich people doing, what the rich people going through. So yeah, it's up to us. Us to really see. But like I was saying, it's a cool thing that people are not really tying so much into this, like really saying, hey, it's the end of the world. Like it's the end right now. Because that desperation leads to people doing things that they never thought they would do before. Like now you see people doing the opposite, like protesting. Even though you don't really want to protest in Russia, you'll disappear. And I think I actually seen some videos of that on Twitter, where it was people like protesting and stuff like that. And they was taken away and said they was going to be put in jail, but there's no telling where they was going to be put. But this is all like animal instinct. This is all things that this is all ways that we interact with each other. Like we see it. It's happening all the time. We say humans don't do this. Humans would never do that. Humans don't do that. But yeah, humans be doing shit all the time. Now, do I gotta do it all the time? No. It can come out like, that's why I like alchemy. It's like alchemy, like transmuting that energy into different avenues instead of just letting it out. And hey, he probably think he doing his own personal alchemy. These like dictators and stuff like that. So there's no telling. The only thing I can tell is that it takes a whole system for the world to be alive. So as it's people that's being the dictators, it's people that's spreading peace, it's people that's building communities together for like the betterment of the people that actually live there, and not just using them like a big experiment or a big mining farm. Like most groups of people are just mining farms for bigger groups of people. They're making money, making like the data, selling your data is just the newest thing. Hold on, I gotta make this bigger so I can see what you wrote. People didn't understand belief, so a layer of disbelief was formed to show. Yeah, man, once you get that understanding of what belief is, you won't believe nothing. Esoteric my ass. But yet, I believe in everything. I go with it. Like, oh, this is the coding around me right now. And I know how, let's see how it works. The best way to see how things work is when you flow with it. But is that everything? No. No, it's not everything. And one thing, like, that's not everything. It's so many different realities. That's why so many different temperaments that we can go through, different temperatures. Like, those are all on the same scale, but it's all different realities. It feels different. It has different, like certain metals fuse at different temperatures, certain metals melt at certain temperatures. Some things even turn into different elements at certain temperatures. Like you get from the solid, liquid, gas, plasma. Then you start going to the etheric states. Like people call the astral worlds, astral turf. Because whether you think you feel it or not, it's there. And a lot of us do feel it. And been there too. People call it astral world. Shout out to astral world too. I don't know what his name here is on YouTube. I think he used to be here a lot, but we be connecting on Instagram a lot. Pretty chill dude. Oh, where the tree at real quick? Oh, nah. Wait, since I know y'all wasn't there, I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. I'm gonna show this again 2 times in the podcast, but I enjoy it. I made these, I guess, in the commercial break, 10 of 10. It's only one of this, but the cool thing about it is that I got Facebook to publish it for me. So if you got a little Facebook, you could go like this and you can make it pop out of the picture on the spot, no matter where you are. It's called the synchronization of infinity. Move the phone around it, all close up in there. Trippy. Hold on. He wants to take an art to a new dimension. Hey, thanks, Holly Cat. Yeah, I've been trying to conjure some spirits for people to see for a long time. Now I can just do it with my phone. It's the invocation device. Say it's not. Say it's not an invocation device. Conjuring spirits. Because when people call spirit, they don't even know. I think people always talking to spirits. They say, oh man, don't do that. You'll be talking to spirits. Oh, you don't want to do that. You might awaken the spirits. I'm like, you. You always talking. Like, what is not a spirit? Be careful what you wish for. Kind of how my brain works, but I'm patterns jumping out at. Yeah, that is the feeling. That is the vibe I get from that, Alley Cat. He said, do a few, then take some art places to get an expo. Hey, now that I actually know how to get this going and popping, I have a few already that I'm ready to put on the print and press. Ready to put on the print and press and put it out there promptly. But this is the start. This was the start. I just had to get it tested out. This is number 7. But no, I'm gonna get it out. My mom even brought that up. She said, man, you need to get yourself a stand. You need to get yourself a stand, bring your artwork out there. Since you got your business license now, since I got the official business, like I could sell stuff and stuff, things like that in Chico. So I go out, make that stand, and just have the art out there. Have a little expo going on. The other thing that I put together was this mushroom piece. It was through the media spray paint, and it's like a little hole. Then I 3D scanned it so I can get the highest quality detail possible. I would say mass possible. Let's see if I can show y'all without the computer crashing on me. But I believe we can do this. But I think that I'm going to do this. Yes. It's on the TV desk. It's near the TV. In the living room. Let's see if I can do this with cycles real quick. There he goes. Full 3D. What's the real one? What's not? I don't know. And then I will make it so that it's able to pop out. So it's able to pop out on your phone and stuff, and then you'll be able to see it in your room and everything. Just like I did with Mush Tie Rabbit. With Mush Tie Rabbit and this one. Like, I have an expo I could put on already. I got a couple pieces. This one is already out for sale as an NFT. My daughter added the beads to it. They actually got some cool elephants and some chakra rocks around it. They got green, purple, some amethyst. So we have to find a good promotional. Hey, if anybody can help out with that, I'm down. I'm down. I need the help. And I was working on that over the past couple days. Like I wrote a couple days ago, I ain't lie. I said, when I come back live, and this is what we do in Philly. When I come back live, I'm gonna have a gift for you, and it's gonna be in the form of an art piece. So I hope I didn't disappoint. Put a character in it like a house, a tile style Smurf. Hey, my daughter came up with the same idea. I did too. Because this was actually a happy accident. But I loved it so much, and it just became apparent that that was somebody's door. Just the construction work was being worked on through me saying, oops. Another piece I could show y'all. I'm never sleeping. I'm always dreaming. Oh, I actually called it It's a Dream. Excuse me. This right here, I was working on a low poly world. I can actually bring that mushroom over to here. Let me bring this over here. And then I got to do a couple things. There we go. Come on, drag back down. I'm gonna show y'all like this first. They got a lot of trees in there. I was working on some characters and just learning how to low poly stuff, keep it simple. Right, here goes with the actual not random colors. And here goes it a little bigger. I mean a little more clearer. I got cycles running with a denoiser. Did it even play a little bit? Oh! I was so surprised this is able to move this. 7 frames a second, but it's going. When it's rendered out, it would be at like 60 frames. But that was just a little walking animation I was working on. What is that, 0? Yeah, this is the cool angle I was looking at. But if you look around, I got a little... Wait. It's easier to walk around like this. Where's it at? Little sky view, little house on the hill, still like in beta mode. Got some mushrooms populating the area. Oh, I moved my big head out the way. He said, once you have a collection of pieces in same like area, you can promote it local, real mush houses and digital prints at the market. Maybe send one to an unboxer. Ooh, yeah. Find a YouTuber that does that thing. Unboxing. Yeah, because I showed some people at FedEx the hologram, like it just popping out the phone. And they was like, yo, I never seen anything like this before. I just popped it out at them. So if somebody unboxing that and they don't expect it. I'm trying to find this other house. I'm like, I did a little more work to this. Just the navigation is not as fluid as you would think. But yeah, this is the world I'm working on where I can make anything happen. Just working on some new ideas. To bring all these animated stories too that we tie on, telling our trip stories and everything. Create an environment for them. So I don't always have to start from scratch. This takes a lot of work. Oh, don't save. I don't even know what I did. Hold on one second. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna look up some unboxing things and see how to get it done. I'm working on some shirt ideas as well to get it to pop out of the shirt. I have to so I gotta wait, save up, get a new printer and stuff like that. Inkjet printer. Make some shirts that pop out. Walk around. I even have I don't even want to put it out. Well, yeah, I already worked on the beta, so I can show the evidence. I already been doing it, but something for dogs, and then like have a dog that make it look like a dragon because it's gonna have wings on it when you put the phone on it, and then make the hologram pop out. An ad agency would like the idea, app, and items. Hey, if I'm writing all this down because I'm at to Google all of this. Local ad agencies, and because Chico was a small town. because they really like small businesses in Chico. When you really like getting yourself together, I used to get that paper all the time. I think it's just called Chico News. It ain't nothing too clever, but in it, it's a lot of people even talking about having offering Reiki healing. They let anybody post in there. So I said that's a cool thing. So thanks for bringing that up. That's why I got up the first 2 times to get some tree. Then I sat back down and didn't get anything. Hold on. That should be enough. The ad agency. But yeah. As I'm living and breathing more, things just happen. Things just happen. Isn't it funny how we always too convince ourselves that it's always just happening when it always is just happening? Oh, I just found the seed. Put that in the dirt. Like, you know, I'm into the gardening. Ever since we last talked. And you asked me how many pots did I have? The challenger in me took that up as a challenge. I was like, me talking right now seemed like I didn't make enough. So I went ahead. I'm still making more. I have at least like 200 now. 200. I just bought some pots that's like a rows of 72. Filled it all up with dirt. I just been filling up all these little tray pots and filling it up with seeds that I had from peppers that I grew last year. I had a lot of those extra seeds. I just planted about 60 sunflower seeds, like so that they can all grow up being their own individual pots. And I bring this all up too to connect it with the reality of the technology and just getting our thoughts expressed, because we feel so much, and during our trips we see different versions of ourselves expressing things that we wish we always can do here. And like we say, what is technology but magic? What is magic but technology? And I was talking to my girlfriend earlier, Jamina earlier, and I was saying how I can have it so that when you scan the flowers or the peppers and stuff like that, when I sell them, that I can actually have how to take care of them pop out from the side of the pot. Like you scan the code or or just put the overlay on the picture like how you saw it with this, and then it pop out like water once every other day. Let the soil get dry first, or with water every day, or keep in indirect sunlight, keep a little shade, keep in full sunlight, and like show an animation of the sun being over top of the plants. So that's what Tainowation Studios has in the works. Just takes a seed of mind. Yep, yeah. Thanks for that seed, bro. Thanks for the seed or watering the seed, whatever topsy-turvy thing. But yeah, I got a little more to plant too. I was like, why am I planting a little bit, bro? I don't got no paper. Well, it's because I planted a little bit, and that's the only reason why. Sometimes the meaning is right in front of your face. And you'll still ask yourself, but what is the case? Okay. So yeah, information in AR realms. Just like people see, just like you see in the movies, in the like all the spy movies. I'd say Mission Report, Mission Impossible. That's a reality now. I got tree all over the place. One second. It was something I wanted to show y'all as well. Oh, it's not playing through the... Dang, it's not playing. I thought it was since it's playing through my headphones. If I play it through my phone, then it would pick up on the computer. Yeah, man. We gotta create. That's what we all do. We gotta create that bigger mystery to keep life alive, to keep life thrilling. Keep life alive. Yeah, to keep it thrilling. Keep the thrill going. And you don't know until you know, and then you like, wait a second. It's more to know. It's more to grow. Like even a tree. I don't know why I just think about that, but like even a tree is not at the end of its cycle. Like it's still at the end of its tree stage from becoming a seed and everything. Once it's done being a tree, that's still not the end of its cycle. Just time. Also have recipes to use the vegetable or plant herb for. Are you asking, do I? Yeah, I do. Ooh. Shout out to Keaton and Kev. But yeah, like I was saying, well, if you was asking me, I made some hot sauce from the peppers from last year. I still got them in the refrigerator. I'm just gotta get the thing together so I can buy the bottles, some hot sauce bottles. I gotta work on a cool label and get it out to y'all. I wanted to add CBD to it so you get a kick and then just relax afterwards. Right, so in the AR room you can layer information. That's what I plan on doing. Just like I'm layering this blunt. Well, hemp wrap. That's something interesting that I've been finding out about myself. I don't know if it's about y'all. Wait, what's going on? How to care for... how to care for how to connect to others with sane. Had me think about hyperlinks. And how in some AR projects you can connect it so that it connects to other projects and other websites and stuff by interacting with it. Oh, this thing is not hitting. I usually put paper around it. I don't know where that paper is. Oh. It's the most getting up podcast. There we go. There we go. I usually use a hemp wrap and a paper. Not two hemp wraps. That thing was not liking it. Oh, but what I was going to bring up before was the difference I'm noticing in me. I don't know about anybody else, but I know you brought it up too. But I was already on it when you was bringing it up. Was smoking hemp wraps and your state of mind of production as opposed to smoking bowls and papers and stuff like that. Gotta get up, stand up. Gotta get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. I think I'm a lot more productive when I'm not blunted out all day. I always been rolling, never have two things that match. Oh, add up. See, this hitting right already. Got perfectly. Right. This is the Side Top Podcast where I'm gonna roll a blunt for 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. Now you know what to do if your blunt not hitting. Well, hemp wrap. Like, what's the name for it? Because not tobacco. I still call it a blunt though. A mega joint? I don't know. Who cares? But I was talking about the mind state of me smoking blunts and stuff as opposed to me smoking just weed. Just smoking weed. Because even this paper is like made from weed that I got. It's just different flow. Different flow where I'm not so... I'm just able to move. I'm able to keep moving, especially combined with a microdose of mushrooms. My mind just calculating things the way that I would want it to calculate. Not wanted to calculate things, but like I don't get lost so easily. I don't go wandering. I don't go wandering into every single little tiny emotion or experience unless I really unless it's needed. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe it. I'm trying to remember the exact example I said a long time ago. It's just interesting realizing the difference. Because people have always said, like, weed make you unproductive and weed make you lose your will to do things and your will to work and stuff like that. But really, it could just be a blunt. Not the weed. Like, when I'm on a blunt, I don't want to do nothing but create. I don't want to be bothered by nothing. I just want to do what I want to do when I'm on a blunt. Like, that's it. I just want to do what I want to do. And like, create stuff. I don't be bothered by nothing else. That would be willing to distract it. But when I'm not on the blunt, it's like, hey, all right, this is what's going on right now. Let's deal with it so I can get back to what I'm doing. Or probably just stop doing it. Yeah, finding your dose for what level you want to tune in. Because different days at nighttime spark up, or in the middle of the afternoon, or however you want it to happen. Now I can say, oh, now I want this blunt right now, and I know what I'm in store for, instead of saying, oh, this is how I just always am, and I'm stuck like this. That was my problem. I was like, I know I can think clear and operate a little more smoothly than this. Let me take another puff. But I can take big puffs I want and keep on going. But as soon as I take a blunt, I start feeling it in my body. I start slouching. I just start chilling. That control your habits, or your habits will control you. Ollie Cat put out there. That's what I'm really saying. That's what I'm really saying. Y'all know I don't just like to tell people stuff though all the time. So I just use my own life as a story. As a story. That's why I tell so much details. You can get what you get. And just take a bite out of life. Yeah, a psychedelic user. He said, "Is Jesus and Zeus the same being?" Jesus ain't had lightning. The blunt lets you relax differently. Bowls, bongs, and pipes I have to repack, but you can sit back and get lost on a blunt. Yeah, and I have plenty of podcasts where y'all saw me not saying nothing. I was blunted out. I was talking to y'all in the esoteric room. Yeah, also the spirits in the mix Mari alone is different from the dance and the Mari and tobacco. Yeah, you gotta be prepared for the dance, get it going. But as for yeah, no, I wouldn't really say as Zeus and Jesus is like the same character. But you're saying you says Zeus is more like Jesus father in stories if you're Lincoln. Yeah, that was the kind of link I was thinking. More of like him connecting with the human beings on a certain level. Like father and stuff. But Zeus had a whole bunch of kids. He had a lot going on. Yeah, Zeus had a lot going on. He was stern at times. He ain't care about what the other gods had to say. But the spelling though, I see the link with the spelling too. Joel, you said Jesus is more like Hermes, the messenger. Yeah, yeah, but the Hermes took the fire from the gods too, and others. That's Prometheus. I'm thinking about Prometheus. Took the fires from the gods and gave it to the human beings. But yeah, just being the messenger. Just the messenger. Hermes was the one with the wings on the feet, right? Let's see. Not Hermes. Hermes. Yeah, way we spelled it is. Let me do this. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, why did it show me something else? Yeah, yeah, he did have the wings on his feet. There we go. I try to look for one picture with him. There was a couple up there too. Trade, wealth, luck, fertility, sleep, language. Ouch. Let me see. You said you was looking up something about Zeus being Jesus and stuff. Like, what were they saying? Psychedelic user. The information that you ran across. Which of all the angles. Oh, the Flash does have that hat in the old one. That's because he was fast with the wind. He was running on the wind. Hermes. He had to get the message across. Time and space. You know how fast you gotta be? Like they was right there in the same space as they put it. Oh yeah, I can't see the pictures. There you go. Let's see. The Flash. There he goes. And he got the feet, the boots. They said saying that Jesus in Spanish is Jesus. I never heard that one. That's a nice play on. That's a nice play on words. Like, hey, Zeus. Yeah, and how they didn't have J's back in the day, so they just made up the letter J for Jesus. They actually, it was pronounced. Dang, I forgot at the moment how to pronounce J in ancient times. That's exactly what I should not have put in. There it is. Okay. The J is pronounced like Y. That's why it's Jehovah and stuff like that. He said you go through the child to get to the parent. It said psychedelic user said J wasn't invented until 1400s or so. Nope. That's it right there. Wait. It's a cool sync. It's a cool sync. I don't think that's exactly what it is. All right, where did I put the chat at? There we go. Yeshua Hamashima. The language, how language plays on itself and introduces newer mysteries for us to go into. It's pretty awesome. There's always something to go into. It's always a deep dive. It's always a deep dive. But it makes sense. It makes sense when you start connecting the dots. Because nothing, like the way that we evolved to get where we are now, didn't come from nothing. It's all part of a complicated interaction of feelings, emotions, expressions, correlations between this and saying, hey, this is what I thought happened, and somebody say, hey, this is what I thought happened, and this is how we're going to relate it to each other in order to relate it to these people over there, or for our grandkids and stuff in the future. We just come up with so many different ideas and systems to figure this out, or to build it and like so-called figure it out. Because even ones that I'm thinking that build are trying to figure things out. Even if it's trying to figure out how people operate within or how energy operates within the system that was created. Oh yeah. Yeah, don't get lost in the name. Seek what was shown to seek in you. And that's what's beyond all of the game. You will. Well, not beyond the game, but that's part like so like mission 5, mission 10 or something like that. Where you start seeing the energy behind the words being said and the reality that it's actually creating in you, instead of like the actual operator of the energy. Like I was bringing up that pastor I was shying away from, because when I was first moved to Chico, he was talking about money and stuff. I was like, let me visit a church or something. Like this about 5 years ago. I was like, I don't know. But then I ran across him a bunch of other times and a bunch of other situations, just saying what's up. and just walking around when I was at the park, on mushrooms at different times when I've been walking around. And it's always had like a lighthearted feeling about like, hey, what's good and stuff. The last time I seen him, we was talking about animations and stuff. He said, what can you do for me? I said, yeah, I can make animations pop. I can animate you. So again, not getting lost in the name game, but just saying, hey, this is what it's seeking, apparently. It's the energy right now. I am either going to be dumb and blind, or but finally see. Seek ye first the kingdom of mushrooms. Hi he, hi ho. But yeah, it's fun. It's funny. Oh, we've been on an hour and a half. Okay. But yeah, I really appreciate all y'all for always for coming through when y'all go. I love the fungi kingdom of the the fungi kingdom of the ancestors. And that's who we still are. Seeking out our ancestors. We look in the mirror and they pointing at us like, hey bro, same DNA, right? Hey, I allow the mushrooms to eat me. Do what you gotta do. Mushrooms are awesome. Wait, hold on. I knew the chat box disappeared on some weird stuff. Like, hey, I'll get that back later. We got to rock with this screen right now. Whatever the flow goes. Well, that's how you last longer, so. Like I said, whatever the tumbles flow into. But that's how the mushroom is. It's gonna come at you in a way that you don't expect it. But all it is trying to make love to you. That's all the mushroom ever trying to do. Like once you get past that state, once I get past that state of like fear in the past of where's the mushroom, where is it taking me, what is this happening, where are my thoughts, who am I, what is this, what is that, like once I lose all of that, like you feel nothing but like the love. You feel nothing but the love of you, of the world, the universe. And we got to come up with so many different words than saying the love of the universe. I've just been saying that since the 60s and stuff. But if we want to get the picture down pat, this is one of the pictures. This is how I feel. But yeah. But no, it allows the human being, just like the human being, to experience a totality of the emotions. Yeah, unconditional love. Like, yeah, the totality of the emotions, like all of it together, like all the fears and all the love. And it's like, hey, that's what it is. Like, not that's what it is, but like you experience why it was created. You say, why would somebody do this to me? Why would somebody do this? It's all love. It's all love. Even when people hurt you, they think they doing it like it's all love. Yeah, you connected to what is you. unifying. Unifilifying. Something like that. Something like that. I was just thinking for some reason, what's the point of taking your life when you can make a life? You can make life all the time. But still, that's still beyond reasoning. Gosh, I really gotta get up for a second. I gotta use the bathroom. Oh wait, do I got something? Does this scene still render out? Hold on, let's see if it works. Nope. Wait, I will play this. I'll play this, I'll be right back. I'm gonna play this loop. I'm back. Thank y'all for checking it out. The guy only recalls the skull. Yeah. He's like, oh man, still a skull. And so when you chop wood, you go back, still wood. And Brainwood showing him magic. Thank you. You can get every time I show somebody, they be like, well, what is it? I'm like, it's the Squiggle Wiggles, man, doing their thing. You don't see it? Oh. Well, yeah. That's what a lot of people are doing in this world. They just keep retract. That's what we do a lot too. Just keep retracting back to the skull. For a lot of people, that was a symbol of their mortality, and for a lot of other people, that's a symbol of their immortality. Some people see it as, oh man, I'm nothing but the skeleton. And other people see it as, oh man, I popped up as a skeleton. Like you say, he only recalls the skull. That's only recollection. whatever one it is. But yeah, I've been talking a lot. I'm glad we able to go back and forth and have this kind of experience together. I bring that up because I was watching an old Terrence McKenna back before he had the internet and stuff like that, and he was just they were just so overjoyed back then that they was able to share their ideas. I was like, hey, we doing the same thing, and it's just common. And just common, right? Like for us, we doing this. Try and get this focus right. Come on. Yeah. Things are always unfolding into something else. Things are always going to unfold. So when we decide to like just tie on and stuff and just give our insights on, you never know how it adds up for your own personal life, even if you never like talk about it out loud and stuff like that. Things always going to add up, multiply, divide. Hey, what's this sugar skull you talking about? Oh, I know what a sugar skull is. I wasn't aware of the naming. A calavera is for families to decorate their loved ones' ofrendas with both large and small handmade sugar skulls. Children who have died. Where they leave me off at? Sugars, children who died represented by small sugar skulls are celebrated in November. The larger skulls, adults. I don't know about the production. I see these all the time, being out here in Northern California. I got a couple of them right now. Shout out to the movie Coco. Coco was a good movie. And Enchanto. Enchanto. I love that. I had to see that movie. There we go. The house comes alive and everything. It's an awesome animation. Like going into specifics of how they animated the facial expressions and everything. They come alive. They come alive. And the story, the house coming alive, the life and them having the superpower. You know how Disney songs go. If y'all know about Bruno, then y'all lost. Y'all lost in 2022. You gotta know about Bruno. They don't talk about Bruno. I know y'all heard that. Yeah, oh yeah, they got the Mayans, everything in there. It's so cultured. It's so cultured for a Disney flick. Usually when it's cultured about Africa, it's about animals. Like Lion King and stuff. Which was actually taken from a Japanese cartoon. Lion King was actually stolen from a Japanese animation. Put that out there. But then, this was pretty cool. And a lot of girls in their reality got just like this boy, getting to see himself represented in the animation and stuff like that. Like, let me move this out the way. Getting to see himself represented in the animation, and then connected to magic, connected to the secrets, like his ancestral DNA. A lot of people put it. Seeing your likeness out there, whipping up some magic. It's a good symbol. It's good symbolism. That's why on Tainow Studios doing the same thing. All right. Let me get off that. Oh, you see oh, I was saying that they had Maya stuff in the Enchanto movie, but yeah, I didn't hear the Maya in the 3 show. Let me look. Let me see what that's about. Oh, this is straight up Mayan. Oh, no, I didn't see this. Look at that. It's an epic from George, whose George G, whose earlier work included the Book of Life. Oh, okay. Okay, the Book of Life. That was an awesome movie. I've seen that too many times. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning earlier. Next to Coco, I get Coco and Book of Life confused sometimes. Coco and Book of Life, but yeah, Book of Life was a good movie. El Tigre, The Adventures of Manny. I used to watch that as a kid. That's dope. Anyway, I'm gonna check it out. But tuned into the tangled layers, you say? Yeah. The entanglement. The entanglement of it all. Wow, and that entanglement still involves living a life. It's like interacting with other people. And seeing how you choose to interact. Hey, Matias, you said I saw the Book of Life in school. Very trippy in one part. That whole movie is trippy. Taking a bite of some jelly bread. Oh. Blueberry bag. All right. Can you close it down? The TV is loud. Yeah, the Book of Life was about the 2 gambling entities that was gambling on that person, the little boy life, really. And the girl, the 2 guys and the girl, and like saying who was gonna get the girl and stuff like that. And Coco was about having the pictures up to remember that people was alive. You had to keep the pictures up of them. No. Are we about to go to FedEx? Okay. But like I said, dealing with the entanglement of it all, which still involves being entangled and living out a life involving yourself with other people and seeing how you attune yourself to even those lifestyles. And I think that helps me attune. Those choices help me attune then to what I'm gonna be able to do next. Like I said, everything just adds up. Everything adds up. Been learning a lot this past week. So I'm glad that I'm able to get this art to keep things moving on the ball that we've been doing for the past 4 or 5 years, and keep that ball rolling above and amongst everything else that can possibly happen. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying all of this. As I said, I'm enjoying this honey. Enjoying all these insights that we get in. And I hope to keep on bringing some new animations. Oh, and if y'all got any ideas on actually contribute to the art and stuff like that, let me know. And we can get together on the Discord and make something new happen. There we go. But like, yeah, I titled this since the beginning, Esoteric My Ass, because life is always going to show you its ass at every corner. And that's just what it is. That's how it is. But that's part of the entanglement. That's part of the entanglement, as you were saying, you will, tuning into the entanglement. If you really tuned into the entanglement, then you're not missing out on anything, even the bullshit, even the good shit, even the things that's you putting up on a pedestal, like, that you believe you putting up on a pedestal. Like, it's all there. You know, I'm just playing around my tears. Yeah, because it is. It's real. Magic is real. Like, once you see the wizards and stuff like that, man, if once you see them in their human form, they don't. I'm playing. I just said they always got gray beards and stuff like that. But that's the old school. We the new school. We got new DNA. I was just watching somebody talk about the cardinium rhythm. What is it called? Here, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. There it is. The circadian rhythms. I don't know how to pronounce it right now. I'm very tongue-tied. But y'all see it right there. And he was saying how your age depends on that cycle and not on the 24 hours cycle that was invented later. Like, this is our internal cycle, and that really, it develops on how you age, and we all got our own internal clock going on. That's why you go to sleep at certain times and wake up at certain times. And sometimes it seems like, oh, I wake up at the same time every day for this certain period of time. Then I'll do this and then I'll do that. And then I think like alarm clocks and other different things kind of warp that up a bit. But that's still just my theory that I just thought about just now. But other than that, I was just vibing with it. I was like, that couldn't have a lot to do with a lot of things. And now us dealing with different dimensions and realities, even within our own paradoxes of our mind and stuff, we're coming off as younger or whatever it could be, coming off aging differently. Why did I say humans are going to be, the life cycle of humans is going to not end, it's going to expand. Like, it's going to go from 100 years to 110 to 120 to 150 and stuff like that. I think this is all part of that, all on how we think, all based on how we think. Shouts to that guy for pointing that out. Circadian. Oh. Circadian. You get it. Y'all get the vibes. But yeah, I actually have to I'm gonna tie on out of here. And I'm gonna get back at y'all with some dope Timations, some awesome stories, and hopefully y'all come together and y'all got some awesome insights that we can bring about on the site, on site, or anything that y'all want to share, any art or websites, articles, and things, just to vibe out. This has been the Sci-Top Podcast. Thank you, Ollie Cat, Matias, UL. He said that's why stress can alter your age. Yeah, you see the presidents when they be making fun of them graying. They say, oh, they was all fine when they first was president. They got stressed out. Or the Family Guy episode where he was talking about he was crunched down like this, and he was saying how once you become a husband that you actually shrink over the years. That was a funny episode. But then something happened for him. Y'all gotta watch it. I'll put it in the Discord. He said everything ages you if you let it. And that's why I keep popping in and out of time. Like, wait, hold up a second. But yeah, thank y'all for coming for tying alongside with me. I'm gonna get on these trips and ride around in the car for a bit and handle some business so we can still have a place to live. So I appreciate all of y'all for coming through and check out the art. Like I said, this is going to be available, and a lot of things are also available to keep everything afloat, keep all of us together. Peace out. Do 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 do.